The warning! I'm working through the Lunario CDMX performance of the album Queen of the Murder Scene. I'm going in order. So if this is your first video seeing me, maybe start at Dust to Dust. So this is The Sacrifice. I've been reacting to these in order. These have been donated requests. If the audio is distorted on YouTube, YouTube forced me to do it. I record these with perfect audio, and then YouTube will block the video sometimes unless I do some weird distortion thing to the video, and I have to do that in post-production, which is really annoying. So if you don't want to watch it with that, either skip over that part, or on my Patreon, I sell my whole collection for $3. If you've donated towards a request, I'm giving a one-time free 2-month Patreon membership, which is like the value of your donation, honestly, because I want you guys to see my videos early and to be able to, if you're a member, you also see the videos in their original form. Anyway, so we're getting through this. I've been talking about the song structure. So far, every song in this album has been in a minor key. I usually play and sing a little bit of it at the end. I look at the piano chords. I have a piano right here. And yeah, if this is your first video, again, go back to Dust to Dust, go back to my other warning reactions. I've been listening to these girls now for about 2 months, thanks to my viewers. It actually came from my Beatles fans. My Beatles fans are the ones who told me about the warning. And since then, it's been kind of a fun journey. And the album is great. And in the last song, I noted that Danny looked tired for the first time in the Red Hands Never Fade. I was like, oh my God, she's tired. Her voice is getting tired, and made me a little nervous. So now I wonder what's going to happen in The Sacrifice. Will she recover, or will she be tired through to the end of the concert? Because it's extremely hard to sing like that for such a long period of time, and to be lead, and to be singing and moving and like playing at such a high level. So anyway, that was my impression of the Red Hands Never Fade. So either it's going to get better, or it's going to stay the same, or it's going to get worse. So I was a little nervous for her, but she's so amazing and talented that even at her like tired singing, she's still better than the average like professional. Just so you know, that's my opinion.
Please don't hide from me. I see through the fake smile that you've been wearing around. Don't lie to me. I see through the facade that you're portraying as everything starts to collide. You can't forget though you have tried. Don't reject the darkness in your eyes.
Already, this is so much better than the Red Hands Never Fade. And I think it's because it's slow. She has time to take her breath. She gets to stand still. Her guitar part's very minimal and rhythmic here. And it already is such a better setup. I think she was able to ground herself here. She's not running around, and her singing is amazing. So she's recovered from what I saw in Red Hands Never Fade. Let's continue. By the way, there was a really interesting chord in that opening part that I was like, ooh, I didn't expect that. That's not a normal chord to put in a song. And so when I look at the chords later, I'm very curious about that.
One more simple question. No one answers, no one mentions the emotion, that commotion, that fills your every need, that fills your fantasy. If you let this go much further, the beat don't turn it back from me. I will do it, let me move it. I showed you what it means to be so devoted to live for it. It's in the air that you breathe. It's a sacrifice of mine. It's a sacrifice. Oh, oh, oh.
Okay, so I'd say this song, to me, if I was like, oh, what genre is this? This song is the genre The Warning. This is their signature sound. This song is exactly what I have heard in some of their other really great songs, and this is their signature sound. What are the qualities of that song, of that sound? One, it's the way they do their harmonies with the whoa, and the three of them are working together there in really nice harmonies. There's also something else about the way the song builds in a certain structure that, to me, is very distinctive of The Warning. So when I was in music school, we had to listen in music history. We would listen to recordings of classical music from the Baroque era to early music, Baroque, classical, romantic, blah, 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 modern 20th century. And you know what we had to do? We'd have to identify who's the composer, what's the time period, what country is it from, what is the style, etc. So this is a song where if someone played this for me and they go, "What is this, Erica? What is this? Use all your musical knowledge and tell me, what band is this?" I'd be like, "This is The Warning." Circa them being, you know, one of their, like, not their first album, but one of, not their later albums. Like, this was like early on. This is like Beatles' Help, you know? It's like they're starting to form their sound, and but they're not yet at Abbey Road. You know what I mean? So like this is The Warning. So this is the Warning. This is it. Do you see it? Like, this is it. This is the song where I'm like, that's them. This is their sound. This is the sound that is extremely compelling, distinctive, unique, and it shows off all of their best characteristics. And a lot of it was in the way Ali plays the bass, by the way, in the beginning, the way she plays the bass. I've heard that before in some of their best songs. Also Pau, of course. She's just a powerhouse. But this is just solid, standard, good old Warning song. Let's keep going.
Let me get close and do it alone. You need love to know. Please let me help. Tell me I'm just sick of only having this guilt that eats you up inside. This emptiness, this loss of life. You know that you're running out of time. One more simple question. No one answers, no one mentions the emotion that comes alongside, that fills your every need, that fills your fantasy. If you let this go much further, the beat will turn it back from me. I will do it, let me prove it. I'll show you what it means to be so devoted to the foreign. It's in the air that you breathe. It's a sacrifice of life to sacrifice it all. What if you could just let go? I will lead you, just follow. All your thoughts of tomorrow, I'll make them disappear. Hand it over. All the pain will be mine to keep. If you let this go much further, the beat will turn it back from me. I will do it, let me prove it. I'll show you what it means to be so devoted to the foreign. It's in the air that you breathe. It's a sacrifice of life to sacrifice it all.
Did you hear that? Sacrifice, The Warning, chords. Did you hear how cool that song was? Oh wow, first of all, G sharp minor. That's a really hard key for the piano. The chromatic to the G, F sharp. Please don't hide from me. Then to the E major. C7, E, D major, D sharp major. Half step, no mention. And more of chromaticism. It's the chromatic, and then E to the the sacrifice of life, the sacrifice it all. Then please let me be close. Yeah, na, na, na. Na, na, C, randomly a C major. So good. This is a really good chord progression. The half step down. Oh, weird. Da, 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 da. Devoted, go live on. It's in the air you breathe. It's the sacrifice of life. To sacrifice it all. So that's 4. I love that. What if you could let it go? Another key change. We went to the E flat minor. Step that chromatic down. Love it. See, the song is like a bazillion times better as a song and chord progression than Red Hands Never Fade. It just is. Look at the amount of chords they're using. Look at the chord changes. Look at the melody. Look at that chromatic line. You know, please for me as he threw his big smile. Right? That's so good. The other song was a filler song. No, it was fine. Like I said, watch that video about it. This is the song where I said, this is the warning. This is the sound. This is what we're here for. This. The melody, the singing, when they work together in harmony. I have nothing else to say. This is fantastic. Okay? Is it my favorite Warning song? No, but it's a really effing good song. And I like it as like, it's interesting. And it's like, oh man, I just want to play around with this. And then I like chord progressions like this. This is what compels me. You know? Yeah. Love it. Anyway, okay, mic drop. Anyway, so I'm working through the whole album, then I'm going to react to the whole concert, then I'm going to listen to the vlogs. I also have been asked to cover my favorite song from the album, which I will do, which I will decide. It might be this one. It's either going to be this one or the one or Dust to Dust, but right now this is a top contender for my favorite song from the album just because it's so interesting. So thank you for your support. Like I said, if you want to request, click on my link tree at the top of my YouTube profile. Fill out the request form. If you want to donate, great. If you don't, don't. I just offered free Patreon memberships to people who did donate, though. And if you don't want to do that, buy my collection on Patreon for $3 if the audio was distorted. Thank you so much. And I will be back soon for the warning. Bye-bye.